Welcome everybody to League Zero. I'm Joe Razor, joined here by Sai, and we have a match in the intermediate division semifinals between Double Cap and Capitalism. Each team looking to secure themselves a spot in the grand finals.
Yeah, but you know how tournaments work and how winning and losing work. So one team has to win, another one will be losing. And one thing I do want to point out, though, capitalism have been, quite. They had a very, rocky start coming in, but on the other hand, you have Double Cap, who's been like showing such a dominant performance. Winning is currently on a 3-game win streak. So if you're capitalism, you would be a little concerned about this. That's why I'm pretty sure they've been working hard away for this game and practicing a lot, taking on Double Cap like that. So I'm interested to see how this goes on. I want to see an upset right here because this is semifinals, ladies and gentlemen. That means whoever loses is going home, and that's you came a long way so far. So you want to take this all the way and just take it to finals at least and try to win that. Now, one person I do want to mention though that we want to watch if you're looking for a very bloody matchup right here, Repeat and Game Stars are actually the one to look out for. Now look at this, Joe. Shinx is actually running this Pharah. I really like this pick coming in, but I think Matson is ready for this Pharah pick because he's running this McCree on the other side.
Yeah, we're gonna see the fire coming out from one side, but on the other side we're gonna see the double shield coming out as well. See McCree Echo Comp. This is just poking decent halt there. It's going to allow him to rock up Kate, bring him fairly low, but Immortality Field is there. Nice hook on the side, though. Not able to get a kill off the back of it. The Kenobi's Immortality Field's popping. So no Immortality Field for either side here. And they may just be able to cap up. No, it'll be a last-minute contest coming out from Navino before he gets off the point. The cap comes through. And so no kills here for either side. No real confliction, but the point's been flipped over, but Shanks gets taken down. Matson, like you were talking about earlier, coming up massive, taking the fire out of the sky, and the rest of the team is soon to follow. So while they may have gone the first cap, the rest of the team is getting taken down, and they'll flip back over the point.
Yeah, and that was just a very good positioning coming out from Matson right there. The positioning Matson really held was beautiful because not only Matson is contesting this Pharah from Shinx, they're also zoning out GameStar quite a lot because GameStar cannot get too close. They'll be just flashbanged in headshots, and that's a big threat. They need to deal with Matson or at least kill them early on.
Yeah, the Ant Matrix, Ant Matrix gonna get thrown on down, but nobody really in the line of sight there. Repeat, Matson, looking to find something. It's the counter Ant Matrix that's thrown down. The pulse bomb in the back takes down Matson, gives them the opening pick that need. On the flank is the tanks, looking at push in from the side, but the rest of the team is coming up with the kills. Gamester finds 2, and the rest of the team is falling. It's going to pick up a triple kill there on the fight. They will once again flip back over the point.
Yeah, and look at that. Just like how I was talking about it, once Matson is out of the picture, this is just a free playground. Shinx Pharah because they just go all out, do as much as damage possible. And GameStar also could run around without a problem, without the threat of being deleted right away. But look at the ultimates coming up from the side. Kate does have a Flux ready, and Shinx also has a Barrage. So some deadly ultimates. If they could bait out Kenobi's Immortality Field early, they will get a lot of value out of those ultimates.
Yeah, that's really what they need to get out of it, but the Immortality Field will be there to keep you alive from that from the Flux, but Shinx with the Barrage does manage to get the kill there onto Kenobi. The rally's going to come out as Repeat has used his copy onto the Grothog as all the kills are going the way of Double Cap. And they're looking very good here. The point will get flipped over. The rest comes through, but no, nothing really to come off of that.
Yeah, and that was a very expensive fight for Capitalism too. They've invested 2 big playmaking ultimates right there just to bait out one ability, Immortality Field. It really didn't work out for them. Now the pendulum for the ultimate charge just swinged, and Matson is ready with this Deadeye, trying to put as much as pressure possible. And Kenobi building up another amplification matrix.
Yeah, definitely, but this fight kind of already over. Grass Pepper manages to pick up 2 kills there with a massive whole hog. And Gamester cleans up the rest of the team. Some real nice play here coming out.
Yeah, Gamester's actually popping off so much. Another kill coming out. Another person falls to the well, giving pretty much no ultimate charge to other team. But look, that was a quite efficient fight if you're Capitalism right there. Using only one ultimate, the whole hog, and taking back the point was a very slick move. And talking about slick right here, look at this. Slick also has another amplification matrix ready. So I think Kenobi and Slick will be just using this to zone out other teams as much as possible. But the person to look out for is definitely Matson.
Yeah, Matson could make the difference here, but Slick, what a play! Throws down the Ant Matrix and immediately gets 2 kills there. As this map 1 is looking kind of over here. I don't know if anybody from Double Cap's going to manage to get back to the point. And Kate
There's a ball, but... oh, no, they get hooked out. There's nobody to touch.
Yeah, they can't touch. And Capitalism takes the first point.
So that is definitely a surprise coming into this game, because a lot of people are hoping or even rooting for Double Cap to take this by a sweep. They have been on fire, but this might just be the game that stops them. Not only stops their 3 games in a row, that win streak, but also takes them out of the tournament. If Capitalism keep playing the way they're playing. And look at this. GameStar's coming out with a very sneaky pick. Actually, both teams going with this Sombra approach. So they will be running this weird Shadow Dive composition. Interesting enough, I think Shadow Dive still is quite prominent in intermediate level, as we're seeing. But if you're going higher up in the skill rank, and it's really not that effective. But let's see how these 2 teams play it out. The only biggest difference is Tyler running this Reinhardt and Grasshopper running this Winston. So a lot of dive coming out from the side of Capitalism, but if you're Double Cap, they'll surely win the brawl.
Yeah, really want to go in with the brawl. Navino just gets taken out of the mech there, not able to really get any value. Tyler looking to push forward onto the point. Grasshopper gonna get taken down kind of low, and I don't know if he's gonna manage to survive there, and he won't. Tyler's gonna take him down with a fire strike, but he gets immediately traded out. Navino will get back into the mech now. So it's a 1-for-1 trade, and kind of anybody's fight to win. The first cap is gonna come through though. His kid's gonna get taken down. Shing's falls as well. The trade will come through, but everybody's getting pushed back. And they may be able to flip over. Grasshopper will be returning to the fight sometime soon, but it's like basically a 4v6 on the point, and forced on back as the flip will come through.
Yeah, I think by the time Capitalism are contesting this point again, they should be able to hit 17%. Now, as I'm looking through the team matchups, right, Navino should have really swapped off this Diva and went to a more Zarya, because if you really think about it, the Zarya from the side of Kate will just get so much more value.
Yeah, but what's looking to get value is that EMP. It does only manage to get 2 players, though, as Navino gets exploded out of the mech. The counter EMP is going to come through. It's going to hit up 3 people. Repeat's going to find 1, but this is looking all Capitalism. They pick up all the kills needed. They're move forward onto the point, take down the remaining players, and they will manage to flip back over. 35% is all that Double Cap will manage to get.
Yeah, and this is exactly what I was trying to point out earlier, because once you get hacked as a Diva and you have an opponent Zarya Zai charge, your mech will get melted immediately. And guess what? Right after that, it's a free grab coming out from Kate, and that's exactly what happened there. The hacks came through, the EMP came through, and the grab just deleted everything. Oh, that's rough.
Yeah, the Shatter doesn't find anything, but the Sound Barrister does, hitting everybody there on the team. Grasshopper will be coming out of his Primal Rage soon. The Diva Bomb doesn't find anything, but it forces Kate's positioning, and he gets taken down there. Repeat drops the Blossom, manages to pick up 1 kill, but that's going to be more than enough. Tyler picks up a triple kill in that fight. After they clean this up, they will be able to flip over.
Yeah, and if you are Capitalism right now, you'll take this fight no matter what, because guess what? Your opponents just used 3 ultimates just to win back the point. Now, as long as you could avoid getting hit by Matson's EMP, you should be fine. Shink should be able to land a very big Death Blossom right here, but don't count them out, because both of their supports have their ultimate, and oh my god, just as I talk.
The fight's done. I mean, Matson with the EMP, Kenobi puts down the Ant Matrix, and that's more than enough to get the fight. Nothing that Capitalism can do there.
Yeah, but I do respect Capitalism's decision making, right? That they realized the fight was over. They did not invest anything, and now they're coming up with 4 ultimates. As long as GameStar is able to hack Grimmins, they should be fine. And another ultimate comes out to stagger them, but they couldn't do anything. Yeah,
the Blossom's gonna get dropped there as well, but I only managed to find 1 kill. 2 kills are going the opposition's way. The EMP's decent, though. It's going to actually manage to fight 3 people, including Grim, so that's no sound barrier available for them. The grab's going to manage to only hit 3 people, though, but that may be enough there. The beat is there, but the players are not. It's a 3v4 on the point now, but make that a 2v5, as there's not really anybody alive here for double cap. It looks like Kappatilism will manage to flip back over after they take down the remaining strike.
That was a very sloppy fight, Joe. The very sloppy fight. The grab, the late EMP, the grab, even after the beat, like that was a lot of things going on, but somehow Kappatilism do their miracle, do their magic, and win back the point. And now it's a 99-66. This is a long way to go. But if you're Kappatilism, you feel kind of safe because Grasshopper has their Primal Rage building them, and Slick and Somnia both have their defensive ultimates ready, but Repeat needs to be shut down before they ult.
Oh my word!
Oh.
The EMP Blossom. Repeat picks up a 5k, and that's gonna be it for Ruins. What a play to finish this out. The EMP hits all 6 players, and it just allows Repeat to hit Q. And what a play.
Wow, that was definitely a caster's curse right there. Just as I said, Repeat needs to be shut down early before the fight even begins, and that's what happens. The EMP comes out, hits all 6 players, and just Repeat cleaning up at this point. Now, if you are Kappatilism right there, right, you had a good footing. You came in strong, you won the early fights, but what really messed them up right there was their ultimate usage. There was a lot of times that Kappatilism were using ultimates that were just too late in the fight, where you could have just reset, come in as a whole, and then take the fight, or just scout out people. I think if they're tracking ultimates very efficiently and can, just really focus fire in team fights, they could win these games very easily. Now, Shinx is looking forward to running this Echo. It should be interesting. They should be able to burn down Tyler as quickly as possible, but they don't know. I don't think they know Matson is Bastion right now. So this is a lot of point presence from the side of Double Cap. I don't know how they're going to go through it.
Yeah, they just teleport to the point there and set up the Bastion.
Oh.
The Gamester actually does manage to take him down there. Takes him out of the fight. As from the side now, Shinx is going to move on in with the Sticky Mine to manage to take down the Baptiste. And nope, nobody really alive left here for double cap. And this is looking real nice here. They managed to shut down the comp, but all of a sudden, Cap... Wait, no, wait, I'm really dumb. My brain stopped working for a second. It's okay.
Yeah, Kappatilism did a really good job in creating this weird, crossfire between using Gamester and both Shinx and just focus firing that Bastion. This is what I'm talking about. As long as they focus fire and have a focused target going to these fights and blow them up, these MVPs, the valuable players, they could easily win these fights over and over again because they have the skill to do so. And look at this. They're just spamming Echo, the sticky bombs, building ultimate charge, and just holding them back. All they have to do now, play high ground, let them walk into the point, and then collapse.
Yeah, and they're not even able to get onto the point there, as they just get blown on up. The duplicate's the only ultimate used, only ultimate needed.
That would have been so cool if Shinx actually hit both of them with that flux. That would have been brilliant. I think the ultimate was just for the giggles, but it still looked super cool. Now, from the side of Kappatilism, not really a lot of ultimates coming out. They are getting close to it, but none ready yet. But Kenobi definitely has their amplification matrix ready. So if you are double cap right now, you have to think of a way of getting past this without taking too much damage.
But speaking of damage, Shinx just demolishes Repeat, just takes him out of the game, but Matson actually managed to trade him out there, and the rest did come through onto him as well. Damage is going to get thrown on down as the Immortality Field's going to get taken down from the side of double cap. The Mercy ult's going to come out as well, try to keep everybody else up. Nafino's trying to push him kind of deep there to the back line, looking to see if he can make anything happen. He's going to have the flux there, but the rest of his team is falling around him. Matson does manage to find one, but I don't know if it's going to be enough here, as there's nobody really left alive. And this is looking really good here for Kappatilism, building up to 90%. This will be a very awkward recontest, if any.
I think it's very hard to say if there will be any recontest coming out. Oh, Moira touches, and buy some time for Tyler to come in as a ball to get this second touch.
Yeah, so they will contest for a small period of time, but I don't know if it's going to really result in anything. They need some massive boot play or something if they want any chance at taking this And
Yeah,
yeah, so
Tyler's looking for it, but not really getting anything. And this is quite a statement if you are Capitalism coming in, because Capitalism has only 4 wins and almost the same amount of losses. So this is a very huge game for Capitalism if you're speaking about it against a team that has been so dominant, third place in the seeding, and is a 3-game winning streak. I think this is a great start if you're Capitalism right here. You come in, you really show them that you could do it, and just by that you take Double Cap by their neck and give them their first loss. And look at this. Other than that, this is a very flashy play coming out from Repeat, really playing it off from the side, from the EMP from Matson, and other beautiful EMP hitting all 6 people, and then finishing up with that 5-man. So other than that, I think Capitalism definitely are looking quite strong, especially from what we have seen before. And if they just polish up some of these plays they're making, especially coming into different team fights where the ultimates look quite messy, they don't really look like they're kind of synergizing with each other. It's just throwing them just for a hope of it. You could get away by making these mistakes probably once or twice, but eventually a team like Double Cap will pick it up. So you have to be really careful, and I think as the games go on, if they keep polishing their mistakes they're making right now, these small granular things, they definitely have what it takes to beat Double Cap coming to this tournament. And this will be a very big statement again. Like I said, coming into semifinals, beating a team like Double Cap while you're pretty much 2 seeds below them, I think it's a great start. So I'm excited to see what map Double Cap goes for, because this is their map pick coming in, and see if they can maybe turn it around. Maybe we'll see a game 5. But other than that, everything looks fine. No changes coming out so far.
yeah, no changes immediately come out from either side. It will be Double Cap's map pick. Be heading over to Hybrid, so most likely we'll see King's Row.
Games Row. You love to see it though. And I think if Double Cap, I think they will. I'll be honest. I believe Double Cap will go for this King's Row map, because guess what? Tyler likes to play that. Excuse me. Tyler likes to play that Reinhardt, and Reinhardt is just so good at Brawl. King's Row is definitely a map where Brawl thrives. It's been always like that. It's just a very good map for Brawl. You have narrow corners. You have good, there's not too much high ground to contest the Brawl. It's a good balance, very balanced map. So if you're comfortable at something, King's Row is definitely the place to play it. And guess what? The famous Zarya Ryan, we might be seeing it from the side of Double Cap, but we have also seen from Kate that they could play a good Zarya. So it's kind of balanced. Both teams kind of balance each other out. But I think if we get King's Row, we're bound to see the Ryan Zarya from both sides. If Navino does not play that Zarya Ryan and kind of goes to Diva, that might be a bit of a throw, depending how well Kate is performing on the Zarya. Because if there's a hack or even a slight stun, Kate catches and Navina off, it's just done. You're just going to melt that Diva mech immediately. So interested to see what comes in. We might even see some Shadow Dive, because we just literally seen it on Ilios Ruins. So never know. But I personally think the next map will be going in King's Row, and Double Cap are willing to run that because they are so comfortable playing the Ryan Zarya. Tyler's Ryan looked quite good on Ruin, except that little mishap with the shatter there. I don't know what happened there, but I'm pretty sure they'll clean it up.
Yeah, some really nice play here from both sides, but Capitalism managing to take Ilios here. Still no map pick from the side of Double Cap.
Yeah.
So, I honestly think they may want to shy away from King's Row.
Mhm.
It looks like Capitalism may feel a bit more comfortable running the Brawl than Double Cap.
Mm-hmm.
And if that's the case, then not too sure, but we will see King's Row, so will be the map pick. No, like we said, no real surprise there. Everybody picks King's Row.
Yeah, it looks like Capitalism did choose defense, so we will see Double Cap attacking first. So the little team swaps are going to come. Double Cap will be...
Actually, they want to attack. They're trolling.
Oh, really? Oh, man.
Yeah, so Kappa will actually choose to attack.
Why did they do this? Interesting. Attacking first on a losing team's map pick. Now that if you could run that attack really well, I think that's a statement. Just like you talked about, Joe, Capitalism might just be more confident in their brawl than Double Cap. Double Cap might be, because of Tyler, they might be more comfortable on it. But I think Capitalism, bringing Kate and Grasshopper, they are definitely more confident going into this, playing that brawl. But like we said, this is intermediate. Anything, a lot of unexpected things could happen. I was genuinely surprised when I saw the Shadow Dive coming out in Ruins, so that was kind of a surprise. So they might even run the Shadow Dive in here. Who knows?
Can teams just ditch the Shadow Dive?
I think it's time we do that. I really think it's time we do that.
It was good. It was good before teams. It was good before the Roadhog patch came in, right?
Mhm.
And then it was good after Roadhog got nerfed for that period of time there. But now I kind of just think ball comps is the way to go. I just think ball is just so good in the current meta.
Yeah, definitely. Ball, I think ball feed or ball Sigma, as you like to call it, is a very good composition because Sigma is a very mobile shield character, right? And you don't get this often. Even with Reinhardt, I think Sigma is just more mobile and has more utility than Reinhardt in their disposal to protect the team. They have a shield that can move around anytime, and they literally have a defense matrix of their own. So if you run this Sigma composition, right, and you have a ball who's just constantly distracting the other team and dismantling or, kind of combobulating their whole team, their front line, their back line, it gets really hard for them to focus and shut them down. That's why we see a lot of teams play this ball feed composition with a McCree and Tracer. So Tracer could follow up with ball at the back line, and McCree could stop the opposing ball. Now, this is very interesting if you look at the team lineups right here. Shinx hovering over that Hanzo. I think that's just for scouting purposes, unless they want to run the double sniper composition. It will be really interesting. But yeah, we're seeing brawl from the side of Double Cap. I'm still not sure why they don't want to run the Zarya. Maybe Navino is not that comfortable in their Zarya pick, but I think Zarya would have been a great addition right here, especially the fact that Kate is going a diva. So let's see what happens. They are all ready. They want to jump in and get clicking on some heads.
Yeah, they're looking to get an opening pick there from the high ground, but after they're not able to do that, they basically just throw in a bunch of characters trying to get picked. Now they're completely swapping, and I'm liking this.
Yeah, I like this a lot. Kate bringing out that Zarya, but wow, they didn't even get a chance.
Yeah, the people were trades out.
Yeah, that's a good trade actually. If you take repeat dying there means a lot of damage is lost from the side of Double Cap. They could just walk in with Gamester and Shinx and just kind of take this off.
Yeah, but Shinx actually gets taken down very early there. The Maywell's decent as well, as the Immortality Field gets taken down very quickly, and so does
big
Tyler.
Pick.
That is a massive pick. They're going to try to push forward, try to push everybody off of the point, try to take all the space they need, and it's looking great here for the side of Capitalism. Matson managed to find one, though. Matson's actually going to find two here. Matson trying to clutch this up for his team, gaining a lot more damage as well. He could actually find another one here. Matt, what are you doing? He fights 3 kills in this fight, and he's just going to carry his team over the line as they will just hold on to the point somehow.
Wow, I was getting ready to do a breakdown too on that last push, and Matson just comes out of nowhere, shuts me down, getting those 3 picks actually. And now if you look at the ultimate charge, Matson is actually catching up with GameStar. Literally has the ultimate ready, so they might use it for zoning out right now.
Yeah, they could use it any time, but Grimace, what was that? Actually just delete Shanks from the game, and they're going to engage here in this very small area, and it's just going to allow Matson to have a field day. He once again picks up 2, and he's on fire here.
Yeah, I don't know what happened right there, because looks like Grasshopper wanted to make that push into the further out hotel, but Kate was just stuck behind the gates. Like Kate didn't even go past the golden statue, and that's what happened. Double Cap called it out, and they literally, oh, okay, just kill Kate and kill everybody else.
Once again, just an opening picks onto Shinx, just take it down. The McCrees will get a kill of their own as well. The Sound Barrier is there to cancel out the Graviton Surge, the Coalescence on the back, trying to get any kills as can, but Capitalism falling around him. And ever since Matson like kind of popped off there, they've just looked phenomenal.
Yeah, and now Double Cap has a very big advantage over Capitalism. Look at this, Repeat has their attire ready, and there's literally no ultimate other than Grasshopper on the side of Capitalism. And look, they're just going to use the tire, go all the way at the back, and try to blow up someone as soon as possible.
Yeah, and he does. Managed to take down Grasshopper there. Really good Riptire. And, like, this team... I don't think Shinx has actually had a Blizzard this entire time as well.
Yeah, they literally just got their hands.
Start.
Yeah, they just got their hands on this Blizzard right now. And this Blizzard has to be big. This has to capture people like Matson and Tyler. Hoping that Grasshopper does not get shattered by Tyler, this could be a big play from Capitalism.
Yeah, the shatter though. It's
no.
great. It hits 3 people, but the sound barrier's there to keep everybody up. The Blizzard's thrown on the back of it, trying to freeze up anybody. But Navini's actually going to fall there to the Lucio. They're going to manage to get a second tick as well. The hit from Grasshopper actually is going to cost him his life, but I don't know how much it's going to matter here. Only 3 players alive for the side of Double Cap, and they will, in the end, Capitalism cap up first point.
Matson tried to be the flutter right there for his team, but didn't really work out. And this is what really happens when a lot of the times you throw out ultimates like nothing. I think the loss from the side of Double Cap, losing that point, was really the fight beforehand. When the Graviton Surge came out from the side of Capitalism, right? There was no need to really use that beat from Grimmins because there was already a Immortality field keeping everybody alive, and the shield was blocking it, so nobody could really get to it. So I think that using that beat early really cost them that fight.
Yeah, Grasshopper, what are you doing? He's just by himself in this small room and gets taken down there, but they do trade out, and the Riptire's gonna come out, looking to fight anything. Can Repeat get anything? No, he cannot. Shinx uses his Ice Block to stay alive, but before getting taken down there, this was looking great here for Double Cap. Grimace does actually get taken down, though, so it is a 3v4. Players are starting to return, so we may see a fight, actually, here. Grasshopper looking to go aggressive still.
Very commendable, but I don't think you want to go in there right now, considering that Capitalism has more members than you. Now that everybody grouped up, we might be seeing a fight, but they still have more ultimates than Double Cap have more ultimates than Capitalism, so I don't think they're gonna win this.
Yeah, they would need some heroics from somebody, and Navino from the high ground pumpeted so much damage. Shinx does manage to take him down there, but nobody really alive here, as Matson's gonna pick up a double kill. And this is just another reset here. A minute 20 left on the clock.
I think the fact that Shinx on this Mei is quite interesting. I don't think it's really getting a lot of value because all they could do is just sit around at the back and shoot out icicles. You're not really freezing it. There's no ball for you to freeze or anything like that. And you can't really get close to the Double Cap's team because Matson and Repeat will literally blow you up. So I think this Mei pick is not the greatest coming in, but let's see if they could do anything with this Blizzard.
Yeah, the Blizzard's gonna get thrown down. It's gonna hit numerous players, and it sets up the shatter. But a lot of ultimates committed here from Capitalism, so they should be able to get a fight win and manage to progress the payload. But they used, I think they used 4 ultimates there in that fight, so.
Yeah, that was a lot of ultimates from the side of Capitalism, but it's not that bad because look at this. Cade and Gamester both have their ultimates up. Those are some key ultimates. Graviton Surge and Deadeye, they could provide a lot of, Graviton could help others build their ultimates, and you have Deadeye to zone other people. So it's not that bad, but I still think Shinx should make the swap off of this Mei and go something like, even an Echo would be a really good idea here. Because, as I was just about to say that there's no hit scan from the side, they swap.
Yeah, no kills, though, from the high noon from Gamester, but he does manage to take down Navino there in the end. Yeah, like you said, Matt's switching over to the Ashe. It's just, those 2 kills are enough to just kind of cause a reset.
Yeah, there's a big reset coming on. I think now they should be okay. Tyler needs to hit this. They need to hit this. Oh my god.
Oh, it hits 3 people, but the follow-up there is not really there. The Graviton Surge kind of negates any possible damage that could come out, but it's not going to matter, because as soon as that fades, the team comes barreling forward and picks up plenty of kills.
Now, this is a very big mistake coming out from Kate on the side of Capitalism. They should not have used that Graviton at all right there. That Shatter pretty much caught every single person, so even if you use Grab, there's going to be no follow-up. The other team will kill your team faster. then they could recover. So they could have just hold on to this Graviton Surge right here and used it at the last 30 seconds. Now they have to literally just wait it around until the fire effect goes off and Ash lands another one.
Yeah, they don't really have a ton to work with here. To move forward, though, a very aggressive play loss to take down Tyler, but the Riptide is decent. It's going to trade up the main take. So no main take here for either side. Betsa does manage to get a kill there onto Sam. Now, who tries to go for a kill there in the back. Nobody's going to manage to get the... is going to actually fall, but it's not going to matter. And this is not looking good here for the side of Kappatilism. They may be able to get a touch here. 5 seconds left on the clock.
Can
they do touch. Yeah, slick touches. And it buys time for the rest of his team. The Shatter Season from Grasshopper, but no real follow-up is there. The Bob's going to get thrown on down. Pumps it all the damage needed, only the Wrecking Ball. And we'll get back to the point, but did actually get a touch there, got booped away. And decent attack, but also a good hold as well. So the win condition has been found for Double Cap. They know what they need to do if they want to manage to take map 2.
Yeah, and the only thing to do is get closer to that golden box of victory, and I think Double Cap could do it. This is their map pick, so they have to have some form of comfortability coming in. Ooh, definitely lost that word there. And it really comes down to a lot of the attacks from the side of Kappatilism. Like, they have what it takes to win against Double Cap. They really do. They're showing it right here. But a lot of the times, the ultimate usage is not the greatest, and I still do not see the point of running this Mei. So defensive Mei kind of makes sense, right? Let's say you could hold the attacking team and just keep delaying them or cut them off while the Reinhardt is trying to progress. But a attack Mei, not so. Especially after first point. What are you going to do after first point? Other than building your Blizzard, there's nothing, like literally no other value you're adding to the team. And so it just doesn't really matter. I'm still kind of sad the fact that Navino is not running the Zarya. We have not seen them touch Zarya at all since these 2 games we've seen. So 2 matches we're seeing so far. They like to stay on this diva, and now Kate has a really good advantage against Navino if they play their positioning right and build out their ultimate charge like they were doing. So it just has to come down. The Mei has to get some value right here. If not, this will be very, very awkward, especially in the later stages.
It's a very aggressive play there, and Shinx, it gets exploded. They try to go aggressive, and the aggressive play ends up actually working out phenomenally. They just barrel on in, use the speed boost, get in, throw down the Mei wall, and allows them to get all the kills they need. That's a very nice play coming out from Double Cap to take point A.
Yeah, that was a very fast point, and I like how Double Cap used that Mei right there. Then that's how you're supposed to use. If you're going to run Mei first point, that's how you use it. You get very aggressive using your Lucio's speed boost, and you just put a wall behind the opposing team so they can back off. They literally have their backs against the wall, and you just kill them right there. Because Reinhardt is really good at Brawl, so you could just go up and start swinging on everyone who's stuck in the wall. Now I think it's a good time to kind of switch off of their Mei and maybe go something more damaging, or something at least that could break shield super fast, because once you drop Grasshopper shield, everybody's just dead.
Yeah, but they're gonna opt not to do it there. That's another nice Mei wall, though. So they are still getting so much value out of the Mei wall. Only one ultimate used in that fight. These Mei walls from Repeat have been phenomenal. It sets up so many plays coming out from Tyler, as we may see a recontest, but if we do, it's going to be kind of a poor one.
Yeah, they're really just not finding any answers to like play around this Mei wall. I think Grasshopper is getting too aggressive. If you know your opponents have a Mei, you kind of have to play a little bit more defensively, hoping you don't get caught. And oh my God, this bomb!
Speaking of caught, 2 players just caught out, taken down, as this attack is just going at a blistering pace. 6 minutes left.
3 team kills, and like literally the first point and the second point were uncontested so far. And look at this. This is an entirely different Double Cap that we've seen from Ilios. They're just playing it so well. This is their map, and
oh my word.
Oh no!
There's just nothing to say. Matson picks up a triple, as this is just a roll.
Oh God, that was not fun to watch. The shield broke at the perfect time. They got Grasshopper shield so low that they were able to get all the other kills. And now let's see if they can recontest with this Blizzard. They get the first kill.
Yeah, 1 kill comes through, and Navina's going to pick up a double kill here. The double shield just taken out, and that attack was extremely fast. I think they still had over 5.5 minutes on the clock.
Yeesh. That was not the attack you want to see if you are Capitalism. That's a very scary attack. If you are going against a team like Double Cap and they're just attacking that fast, it's ridiculous. You don't want to deal with that. And look at this beautiful shield break with one of the Deadeye. So basically gets all the other kills. And that grab from Kate was just a desperation grab, hoping their team would get something in return, but obviously that did not happen. And now this is where things start getting very intense. Now, Double Cap, they're not making as many ultimate usage mistakes as Capitalism were making in that whole run. When Capitalism ran that Mei, right? Yes, you run the Mei. Yes, there are better choices, but once you run the Mei, you kind of have to play it properly, especially around those narrow hallways that we've seen from first point to second point. And that's what exactly Double Cap did. They used the Mei wall. They used their Lucio boost from Grimmins with a very good timing and went super aggressive, usually cutting the team in half, or just picking off people like Grasshopper or Kate who are aggressing at the front line. When Capitalism was trying to use this Mei, Double Cap knew what they were trying to do, so they just played super bag. They played close together like a little bunch, so splitting them up is not that easy. And they made good calls when they know that cooldowns are down from the side of Capitalism. So really good patience coming out from Double Cap, reading the situations and kind of beating Capitalism in their own game, what they try to bring to the table. So a lot of comment coming out for Double Cap. Really, really dominant performance. Like literally a completely different team from what we have seen in the first control point in Ilios. I think Capitalism showed us some hope, and now Double Cap was like, nope, we're taking it back. And right now we do see Rialto come in. That's a really interesting map to always look at. A lot of upsets happen in Rialto because of how the map is. It really is a fun map to watch, and a lot of comps could be played in this map. I think one of the most fun comps to watch in Rialto is, at least my favorite, is Double Sniper. I love watching Double Sniper composition in Rialto because it just if your tanks are playing properly and they are making the space and giving you the shield provided, you could really pop off with a good Widow player in your team, using those high grounds to your advantage and kind of killing players as they peak chokes or even come out of certain spawn options. So really cool. I think this is a map where if Gamesters or Shinx are good at that Widowmaker, you want to utilize this here. I don't know if they practice it over Scrim, but I think that was a really good choice coming out. But Repeat, on the other hand, they've been quite flexible. This is a guy I was watching like at the very beginning of this tournament where Shadow Dive was a very prominent, and they were playing a lot of Reaper. They looked phenomenal on Reaper, but now Repeat is just not a Reaper player. I'm seeing some really other good picks coming out. We've seen some Ashe from him. We've seen some Junkrat from him. We've also seen a good a Mei just now. So keep your eyes on Repeat. This is a guy who really gets the job done, and I think if he keeps up, Capitalism really have to focus him out as soon as possible, and maybe from there they can move on.
Yeah, definitely. We will have our map pick now. Moving over to Escort, we'll be heading over to Rialto.
Mm-hmm.
So,
I wonder. I think we still have around like 2 minutes left.
yeah, we have some. We have some time left until the map starts.
Let's talk about Overwatch 2, Joe. What's up with that? Like, what's going on? Like, have you did you talk to Jeff Kaplan, man? Like, what's going on? Give me some insight.
Believe it or not, I have not been talking to Jeff Kaplan.
I know you have the connections, man. Give me, tell us. We're waiting. Well, what's going on?
The game's completely unnecessary. That's what's going on. Speaking of Overwatch and 2, on the other stream, Mob Mentality are currently up 2-0 over the Guangzhou Gangsters. They're heading over to the third map.
They just to remind everyone, Mob Mentality is currently the first seed, so they're quite scary. And Guangzhou Gangsters, believe it or not, actually beat Double Cap before in week 3, I believe. So kind of interesting coming to that. But yeah, Mob Mentality is a great team right now, super strong. I think they have some good coaching and good, at least player heads. While they are on the field, they are quite flexible. They know how to really adapt on the fly, and that's what you really need in Overwatch, especially in a meta like this, where pretty much anything could be viable if you know how to play it properly or like utilize its needs. So I'm interested to see, definitely, if if you have double monitors or even just one monitor, pull up the 2 streams. Okay, yeah, multi-twitch, just alt tab. That all it takes, 2 seconds. Check the different games, see what's going on, but stay on our ones though. Okay, only stay on our ones. Don't leave leave our audio on. Okay, we're
leave
better.
our audio on and watch the video of the other one. It'll make sense.
Exactly. And I'm telling you, we're better. Okay, no, don't worry.
But that game. That game is the other semifinals match. So the winner of this one will play the winner of that one in the grand finals, which is, if I'm not mistaken, next weekend. So
that should be interesting.
Yeah,
that should be super fun.
These are the intermediate semis. So whoever managed to take the wins today will secure their spot in the grand finals for intermediate. But back over here on our game, we're on to Rialto. Interested to see what they will pull out here.
I'm hoping for a double sniper. GameStar did hover on that Widow earlier in King's Row. I wonder if they could actually play it and perform like really well on it. I want to see some double sniper coming out, but it looks like it's not going to be the case. They're hovering over this Echo and Ashe. Echo and Ashe is a very good duo. Like, it's a very strong DPS composition, because Echoes just has so much mobility, and the fact that they could easily burn tanks with their sticky bombs is a very good additional to your team. Because, like, let's say even if they don't hit the tanks, right, they're just hovering over, they go past Tyler's shield, Grasshopper's shield, and just lay down all the mines at the floor. They could easily blow up Slick and Somnia if they're not careful. So interesting picks enough. I like the pick, the Zenyatta pick coming out, because it does give you more survivability against a Flux from Navino. So interesting pick, but they have to stay alive, because guess what? Matson is looking for some heads on that Widow.
Yeah, looking to find any heads he possibly can take off with the Widowmaker. Not able to find anything so far, as they're giving up a lot of space here. Being forced to move on back around the second corner, excuse me.
And now this is just a poke fiesta at this point. Whoever could poke the most and get the most value out of the poke. Oh my god, that rock on repeat was really scary, but they had to back off.
Yeah, K was actually taken down very low, but it manages to make it out alive here. Still no kills for either side, just kind of a stalemate. Just either team looking to find anything, and they're not able to find anything so far.
I mean, they baited out a mortality field from the side of Double Cap. That's a huge win if you're Capitalism. Now you have to kind of advance on this win and poke more and try to get a kill off of this before the immortality field cooldown comes back up again.
Yeah, but I think they're getting close to another. 1:15 already gone, and no kill from either side. On the side, though, the M-Matrix is there. It allows Grasshopper to pop off. He picks up 2. That's going to be more than enough, as they will finally manage to break open this defense. But we may see a soft recontest. I'm not too sure about how the recontest is looking, but I think they have some time.
Yeah, Slick, they're getting 2 kills, and I like the rotation coming out from the side of Capitalism right there. They realize that Immortality Field was down from Double Cap, so they're like, okay guys, we have a amplification matrix building up. Why not just rotate them and kill them from the back? And now if you're looking at this, the big ultimate to look out for is Slick's Transcendence.
Yeah, the Transcendence is there from Slick, but I don't think they're even going to need it, as this is all done. This is all but over here for first point, as they will manage to cap it up. And this is looking so good here if you're on the side of Capitalism. For just over 4 minutes to cap up second point.
Yeah, like they looked quite stumbled upon the last map. King's Row maybe was just not it, but they're looking strong in Rialto, and this is what I was talking about. Rialto is I don't know why, it's just a very map that has a lot of variety. A lot of teams, underdogs, seem to be doing good at it.
Yeah, but in this very tight area is where the fight's going to take
Wait,
place,
what?
and Davino's going to end up taking themselves out there. Must have been extraordinarily low, but his rest of his team is getting taken down as well. Madsen manages to find one there towards the end, but doesn't really matter.
Ooh, I think I know what happened there. I think Bob just kind of went ahead and flicked and Vimo there and Navino there, and then he just ended up shooting the Bob, killing himself. But Navina not getting a lot of value from the Sigma. They have to land this Flux right here, but it doesn't matter. Slick is just going to Transcendence, just like that.
Yeah, the Flux is there. It's going to throw 3 people up, but the Transcendence will be there to keep everybody up for now. The duplicate's going to come out into the Baptiste as the Bongo gets thrown down on the point. And Sigma 1v1 there on the side. It's the 2-for-1 trade in favor of Double Cap there. The Flux going to get thrown out. Doesn't actually end up hitting anybody. Kate's going to get taken out of the fight. Maps and picks up 2. And they will finally get a hold here right near the staircase.
That was so many ultimates used by both teams right there. It was just a ultimate fiesta. Interestingly enough, I like the swap from Repeat. Repeat duplicated the enemy Echo to use their immortality field. They didn't even build up amplification matrix there just to use the immortality field. So that was a risky move, but somehow it paid off. And now they're skirmishing again up here, trying to get as much as poke possible and doing as much as damage.
Yeah, but the immortality field will get thrown out to try to keep everybody up, but as soon as it falls, the team does as well. The Transcendence is forced out as Shinx probably killed himself with the sticky mines. But I don't think it should matter too much here. Yeah, only 2 players alive will get taken down here, as they will manage to cover point B with plenty of time.
That was very interesting ultimate coming out from Slick. I don't think they really needed to use that Transcendence right there. Even if they fell low or died, I think it would be better to hold it off, because look at this now. Navino has a Flux coming out, and if Somnia does not land a good immortality field, or if it gets destroyed, then Navino's Flux will get a lot of value, where Slick could have just easily canceled it with the one press of his Q, Transcendence. Now let's see how they go with this ultimate.
Yeah, the Flux is going to be there from Navino. It's going to throw 3 people. It's going to slam them down. The duplicate's there into the Sigma as well. The Bob getting thrown on, it's going to get whipped on back. The Flux is there. It's not going to actually end up hitting anybody, though, so I have no idea who's going to end up winning this fight there in the other shields. Going to fall fairly soon. Repeat manages to find one. The other duplicate's going to come out there from Repeat onto the Sigma as well. Grasshopper caught in no man's land, looking to try to make it out alive, but he has for now. The Flux is going to be there. It's going to throw up 3 people to counter Flux as well. 4 Fluxes used here in this fight. The High Dude's going to come out for Mats and manage to find 1, and in the end, Double Cap will hold.
That was a very messy fight. Like, way more messier than I thought it would be. But I think what really cost Kappatilism their fight right there was Kate missing that Flux by a mile. Like, it literally did not catch anybody. Even if Kate fluxes and the payload, they would have caught at least 2 people right there. So I don't know what happened, but that was definitely not their game. And now they're looking for another skirmish upstairs. Hopefully they don't get
good rock. That rock is great. It forces Tyler off the edge. So no tank there into the fight. The Transcendence will be there from Slick. Try to push everybody else on back as Shinx with the Beam of Death eliminates the tank line. And this whole exchange started due to that rock from Kate.
Yeah, and then just to talk about rock from the Kate follow up with another beautiful shot by using the rock on Matsen. Then now they get a late kill on Matsen. What we have to look out here, Tyler's ultimate. If Tyler could build this Archatter and land a good one, they could eventually get a fight.
Yeah, they could eventually, and they will get the fight. And it's going to go the way of Double Cap. Fight's already over. Tyler picks up 2, and that's going to be more than enough.
Yeah, so now Tyler has a Earthshatter ready for any time, Grasshopper even wants to make that push. Grasshopper only at 10%. I don't know what's going to happen. It's going to be very interesting. If Grasshopper could block this, they could maybe win the fight right there and end the game.
Yeah, possibly just be able to do it off the back of that. Their duplicates can come out from each side. The Coalescence is there. The Flux is going to have 4 people. It's going to slam them down. Gamester finds 2. And I think this is looking great here. So many just Destructibles getting taken out of the fight here as they will move on forward, march on towards the end of the point here.
Oh no, look at Grimmins. They have their beat ready. So this is definitely a recontest coming out from the side of Double Cap.
Yeah, Grim will be the one first to touch it. It's gonna have to stand there try to keep everybody up, but two of his teammates are taken down. The pin is good as well. Two players alive. There will be a third coming back to the point anytime now, but Shink's gonna pick up 2 kills. Their Transcendent's gonna come out from Slick, trying to keep the rest of his team alive. Navino gets taken on the mech there. Tyler returning on the wrecking ball's gonna slam on down. Not able to find any kills though, and this is looking all red, all capitalism. As in the end, they will cap up with 2.9 seconds on the clock.
Really, you know what's really funny right there? You said it's looking all red, and then you said capitalism. So I think that was just really funny. I found it funny. I don't know if anybody else caught it, but that was quite funny. Other than that, though, it looked like a very promising recontest from the side of Double Cap, but Kenobi falling very early, by Slick was a huge blunder to the face, because that's Moira lost. That's a huge amount of heals just gone from your team right there, and because of that, they were able to just clean up all the time. Now, the one good thing is that Double Cap did bring capitalism all the way to 0, basically overtime. So now all Double Cap has to do is take this point with more time remaining, and if they have a good amount of time remaining, they kind of secure themselves a good advantage. Because guess what? Let's say Double Cap take this with 2 minutes remaining, and the other team will only have a minute. By the time they even get out of spawn and even hit this little corner, they'll be down 30 seconds. So I think that's a very good position. If Double Cap could do that, this will look very great. I think Matson is on this Widow just for a pick, and then they'll swap off, unless Slick has been doing a phenomenal job of keeping the Widow in check since the very beginning. So I gotta give it to him right there. So keep watching Slick and Matson, see the duels between them and how they exchange damage over time.
To Zen versus Widow duel.
Yeah, that's just how good Slick is, man. Very interesting positioning coming out from Matson. Oh my god.
Gamester.
That's a big pick.
Gamester! What? 2 kills just immediately, and that's gonna just be the entirety of the fight. Just finds a couple heads, and that's just enough there for capitalism.
Yeah, and that's such a bad position to die to. If you're, especially in Rialto, if you're pushing up and the enemy team is holding that high ground literally in front of you, once your team members fall, that's basically okay, let's back off, right? But guess what? You're turning your back to your opponents, and they're just going to kill you by the time you even reach your spawn, the safe place.
Yeah, trying to keep everybody up there. The dynamite's good, though, and it's going to allow him to pump in a ton of damage, and Shinx gets the kill there, takes off his head. The Gamester, though, on the high ground is going to actually get blown up there by Repeat. So it is a 1-for-1 trade. Still in this fight to win here. In the side, though, Kate's in a very awkward position. It's going to take a lot of damage to take him down as well. Only a couple players behind.
Kenobi.
Live Kenobi. Popping off, picks up 2 kills in that fight as they will march on forward.
I think this was the change that really Double Cap needed. The thing is that if you're letting Slick get away with the Zenyatta pick, that's a lot of damage coming out from the side of Capitalism, and it might be hard to deal with it. So now Kenobi just answers it back, and now they have a Transcendence ready, just in case Kate wants to be funny enough and land a Flux.
Oh, no. Tyler!
That's a very early trance. I don't think this will land well for them.
Kenobi looked like he wanted to use the trance try to keep Tyler up, but Tyler just gets exploded. The Flux is going to come through from the duplication. Kenobi actually got taken down to 1 health in that situation, but stays alive. But just a reset here. 2 minutes on the clock, so they have some time to work with.
Yeah, but now, because of that time, Slick has another Transcendence ready. So if Navino tries to Flux right here, Slick will just transcend him. So this is just really a mouse and cat game. Cat and mouse game, to be honest. Whoever gets the Transcendence first, and if the other team can delete the opponent Zenyatta, and it doesn't even matter. Oh my god.
Yeah, Gamester once again getting a ton of value, but Navino with the Flux does manage to take him out there. Dynamite in the back's gonna explode. Not get a ton of damage though.
Wait,
the Transcendence there trying to keep everybody up from Slick. I think he got taken down low, so to kind of use it to keep himself up, if I'm not mistaken.
Well, interesting.
Yeah. So, not the best Transcendence, but it is what it is.
Yeah, it definitely kept their players alive, but now this gives Tyler puts Tyler in a very good position. They could just put down the bongo around the corner and deal a buttload of damage.
Yeah, they can do a ton of damage. The Bong gets thrown on Den, allows Batson to get the open
there you
pick.
go.
Their duplication comes through from Repeat. Onto the Sigma. The duplicated Flux is going to catch 4 players, slam them down, gets all the kills they need, and they will end up in the end capping first point.
And that is why you needed to keep your Transcendence right there. Because yes, if the Flux came out early and it only caught one person, that was Somnia, right? And I understand once your Baptiste falls, you have to kind of keep everybody alive with Zenyatta, and that's a hard feat to accomplish. But if you're, if they stayed patient with that Transcendence, they would have won the longer fight. And now Window comes out from the side of Double Cap. Now, if Kappatilism want to stay alive, they have to respect this.
Yeah, and that's what they're going to do there. Just wait on the staircase, wait for the Ant Matrix to fade, and as soon as it will, they'll answer back with the Window of their own. They'll also take the Matza before Kenobi has time to react with his Transcendence, but the Flux is good, but the Immortality Field's better, keeps everybody up. Tyler falling low, forced on back, gets taken down, and while they are still pushing the cart forward, I don't think they have the players to make something happen. Kenobi would need a lot more of those kills, and he's not able to get them, and they will hold here, 2:15 left on the clock.
A lot of ultimates being traded out back and forth between the two teams, and now if you're looking at it, Kate is closer to their Flux. And Slick is, and Kenobi is nowhere close to their Transcendence. So if Kate could land this Flux really well, it maybe even try to bait out the Immortality Field early on by poking the team, I think they will get a lot of value right here.
Yeah, could get a ton of value there. They're going to start pushing forward the cart as well. The Flux is going to be there. It's going to manage to catch 3 players, slam them down, but no kill off the back of it. Matson's bomb actually just gets thrown off the edge there. The Ant Matrix going to get thrown down, but all the kills are still going their way. Repeat does get taken down, though, so it is a 1-for-1 trade. So this is still kind of anybody's fight here. Not sure who will manage to win this here in the end. Moving forward, trying to take some card presence, trying to push everybody on back. Shinx is trying to change that, though. He's going to get taken out kind of low there. He will manage to stay up in the end. Take it down extraordinarily low. Rockets thrown in, hit up 2 players, but no kills off the back of the Flux. Going to come through from Navino. It's going to manage to catch 4 players. I don't think they have the... They actually do. So they do have the Immortality Field to keep everybody up. The Amateurs are going to get thrown down. They're trying to pump in all the damage they can, but Grasshopper's going to get taken down there. This is still anybody's fight to win. Navino in the back. What are you doing, sir? It's taken down there by Shanks. It's a 4v5 on the point. Grasshopper will be returning anytime, though. Kate's going to get taken down there. The Transcendence is going to come out from Kenobi, trying to keep everybody up. Shanks looking to make anything happen, but he's on the cart, and he gets taken down here. I think that's going to be it. And they won't be able to contest, and they will end up capping point B here. 2 minutes left on the clock.
I was just going to say you saw the opponents, you saw the Transcendence from Kenobi coming out, so you could technically, they were able to contest it technically if Grasshopper and Kate jumped on the point at the same time, and then Kate would have been close enough to a Flux to maybe turn the fight around. But looks like they don't want to take that risk, and because of that, now look at how much space they're giving away to Double Cap. I don't think you want to do that, because now this is last fight territory. If you don't win this fight, sir, you will be losing this game.
Yeah, last fight territory, the Flux. It's only 1 player, but and Kenobi is actually going to end up staying alive. Bob's going to get thrown from both sides, and which is going to fall any time now from Double Cap. The Flux from the Duplicate's going to come out. It's going to hit 3 players. It's going to slam them down. Repeat finding all the kills his team needs, but 2 make that 3. It's a 3-for-3 trade. The 3 versus 3 on the points. Looks like it's going the way of Kappatilism. They gave Double Cap the space, but it doesn't matter, as they will manage to get the fight win.
Yeah, that fight was too close. Look at how close the payload is to a golden box of victory. I heard the game-ending music there too. And now only 60 seconds remaining. Not really a lot of ultimates from the side of Double Cap. Only Tyler's Bongo coming out. But Shinx is looking for a duplicate straight out the point. Somnia also will be able to build their amplification matrix early. So as long as Shinx and Somnia don't die early this fight, they should be able to sustain it.
Yeah, they should be able to. The Bongo's going to throw down from Tyler's. They're trying to move the card on forward. Shinxon uses duplication there onto the Sigma. Matson, though, taken out of the fight before it even starts. 30 seconds left on the clock here for Double Cap to make anything happen, to try to finish capping this map. And they don't really have the players, and that Flux isn't going to help, as this is looking very good if you're on the side of Kappatilism. The Flux is there from Navino, but I don't know what's going to be able to get as he just gets eliminated here. 10 seconds left on the clock. Matson, the only one in range of the cart, and he just gets blown up, taken out of the fight. Tyler trying to make it back to the point on the Wrecking Ball, and will manage to get a touch there, so we will trigger overtime for his team, but he's the only one there. Grim will be coming back, so he will get a touch as well, but I don't know who else can get there. Navino does not have his rocket boosters to touch. He will, but the rock is there to keep him away, and map 3 is going to go the way of Kappatilism.
A very dominant defense coming out from Kappatilism right there, and quite a surprise actually. I did say at the very beginning we might see a upset coming out in Rialto. It always happens, and so far the teams are winning their own map picks. We saw Kingsrow go to the side of Double Cap right there. There was their map pick, and now Kappatilism coming out on top by basically taking Rialto over. It wasn't as dominant as Double Cap looked on their map, but it was still a good enough dominance to win them the game. It was close, but not that close. I still think Kappatilism needs some polishing done when it comes to their ultimate usage and kind of understanding when to engage and when not to engage. There were a lot of times where they gave a lot of unnecessary space to Double Cap where it could have went bad. Like that last point right there, the amount of space giving to Double Cap, if Double Cap were able to come out on top, landing their abilities, even getting a beginning pick, Kappatilism would have been in a very, very scary position. But it looks like they like to play this, really tight game. And they did come on top, so I can't really say too much. But other than that, if Kappatilism want to go, even if Kappatilism make it to the finals, right here, let's say against Mob Mentality, who are, I believe, 2 up right now in their series, you cannot simply play like this. You need to brush up. You need to brush up on your ultimate management, ultimate uses. There were so many fluxes that did not hit from Cade. Even though they're doing a fantastic job on that off-tank role, there needs to be more consistency. Now, this is the map pick from the side of Double Cap, Hanamura, a very interesting map. And I always like seeing Hanamura. Now, the thing is that, like I mentioned earlier, what seems to be the trend is the teams are winning their map picks. So if the trend is true, Double Cap should take Hanamura, and we should go to map 5. So it will be interesting to watch. But looks like Kappatilism will be defending early while Double Cap go for that attack. Now, this is where things get a little weird. We've seen Kingsrow, right? Where the Double Cap definitely showed us that they know how to attack aggressively. They like to be aggressive. They don't like playing reactive. They want to be, the playmaker. They want to go in with Grim's speed boost. They want to utilize their Mei. They want to do all that. So now, as we know, Hanamura, a lot of teams like to play the first point super aggressive by using that sim teleporter. Just teleport straight to the point, and boom, you're there. You want to brawl as much as possible. And Double Cap looked perfectly fine on doing that in King's Row. So if you're Kappatilism, you need to be aware of this right now, especially defending first. You need to expect that Symmetra teleport coming out early, and they're trying to go to point and brawl it out. So if you're Kappatilism right now, you have 2 choices. You either wait for the sim teleport and blow it up as soon as you see it. Maybe 1 or 2 players go by, but that's very unlikely to happen. So your second choice is you need to win that brawl. And how do you win that brawl? You need to have a focus target right here coming in. I think your best bet right now will be killing either Kenobi or Navino, depending on what they're running. If you can get the Sigma out of the way, or even one of the healers like Kenobi out the way, you'll have a huge amount of advantage where you have more heals, and also if there's a less tank on the field, your tank and Kate could get super aggressive. So to shut down this aggressive double cap, they either have to bring their own Mei, which I think they will, and either split the team up, get the picks, or and just don't let them teleport. If you see the teleport come in, Mei wall it, but it's not really a effective choice because they're just going to teleport to the point anyway. So Kappatilism, if you are playing Hanamura right now, you need to be careful of this aggressive double cap coming in first point. That's the main thing. And from there, don't let them carry on the momentum. I think that's how Kappatilism could win this round of Hanamura. But if not, Double Cap will definitely take it, because as we've seen in King's Road, they could be super aggressive and keep the momentum going on. And Hanamura is the map of momentum. I'm telling you, 2 CPs are all about momentum. How you win the first point and carry out all your momentum throughout the second point and take that.
Yeah, definitely. As we are still waiting up on the readies from both sides, no substitutes either. So just running out with the same things. They feel confident with what they've ran so far throughout the series, and they don't have a reason not to. So whoever, if Capitalism manage to take this map, they will go up 3-1 and take the series there and secure their spot in the grand finals, and honestly, kind of an upset. But if Double Cap do, they will send us to a map 5. And then there's the third possibility of a draw as well. The 2CP Classic.
I don't know. I don't know about you, Joe. I'm not a fan of draws.
Especially on 2CPs. Speaking of draws.
Ooh, this should be spicy information coming out right now.
Speaking of draws. Last week, I casted a BO7 at 10 o'clock at night. Not my finest decision. And there was a draw, so I ended up going 8 maps until 1:30 in the morning. It was a...
I was hoping you were going to say there was a draw against Mob Mentality. I was going to say, oh, wow.
That's, no. Guangzhou did actually manage to take a map, though.
Oh,
so they do take Rialto.
Oh, so we do have... You see, I'm telling you, Rialto is the map of upsets. It always happens somehow. I don't know why. The map just speaks to all the underdog teams, and they end up taking those maps all the time. Obviously, Guangzhou Gangsters being the underdog in this scenario against Mob Mentality. So, both really good teams, by the way. But look at this. Matson already hovering over that Symmetra I talked about. They're going to run the Symmetra and use Grims to kind of play around this little bell that you have on the point to kind of use the speed boost from the side of Grims. And Kenobi on that Brigitta. Now, this is interesting. I'm thinking you want to run this Brig more so for the opposing Sigma. Maybe when they're using their eat ability, you could just Brig stun lock them out of it easily. But it looks like they will be going back to repeat on the Pharah and Kenobi on... I don't know. I don't know how I feel about this, Joe. You had a good brawling composition, and there you go. They swapped back to Mei again. But other than that, yeah, this is exactly what I talked about before the game started. They will be aggressive, and they want to sim teleport to the entire point. And if you're Shinx right now, you need to be careful. Oh, there's a trap.
Yeah, they threw a trap down and allowed Shinx to pump in so much damage, but he's the one that's actually going to end up falling. He's not able to get any kills, as that's such a nice play there. They just teleport onto the point, and the server has closed.
Yep.
Oh, that's so unfortunate.
Yeah, that is very unfortunate. I think we're just going to... Was there any maintenance? I don't think so. I do remember seeing a maintenance notice on what do you call it? The game just stopped working. Huh. Well, it happens, ladies and gents. Looks like we're just gonna do a rerun of Capitalism, but everything should rerun Hanamura, but everything should be the same. So Capitalism will still defend. Double Cap will still be attacking.
Yeah, but it's so unfortunate. Because that means Double Cap were actually managed to cap first point there.
Yeah, but then again, like, I'll be honest with you, this is not really a unfair advantage for Capitalism right here, because Capitalism knew they were going to run that Symmetra. That's why we saw Shinx lay that trap right there, where they knew the Symmetra teleport was going to come out to. So it shouldn't be a really big deal, but I still feel bad for Capitalism right there, getting those kills early and then just having to reset like that. That's not fun. I wanted to see Hanamura go on, and now we have to wait here probably for a little bit more as the teams kind of collect themselves and think and the mods figure out what we're going to do from here. But I think we're just going to run Hanamura again and see what goes on. But it's literally what I talked about.
They just capped first point though, so it's so unfortunate. They got 4 kills there, unless half the team's power went out and they had to play a 3v6. That's the only way. No, even then it would have been a 3v2 in favor of Double Cap.
Yeah, so I don't know. But the thing is that I was going to say, right, maybe Capitalism could just give the point to Double Cap, but it's not going to be fair. It's not going to really be fair because the time bank would have been a little off. So
the time they would have capped with around 3:30 left.
Yeah, so I don't know. Let's see what happens here. Looks like we are seeing some chat about
a Tor 1v1 on Hanamura first point, and that that will decide who's gonna take the point and who gets to keep it. I'm down for it.
I'm just gonna say I'm undefeated in Torb 1v1s. I've never lost a
really?
Torb 1v1.
Hammer? Torb Hammer?
Yeah, of course, Hammer.
Oh, really?
I'm undefeated in Torb Hammer 1v1.
You see, I've been saying this since the season started, right? I was saying that, hey, we have all-star games coming. We could easily do a Torb Hammer 1v1 situation. I think Acronator, if you're listening right now, let's make it happen, man. I know these players want it, and we'll have a lot of fun doing it. So, again, any viewers who are watching right now, if you want to join our Torb 1v1, just spam ping Acronator on our Discord and just keep telling him to give us a Torb 1v1 game mode. And it'll be just fun seeing all the Torbs just line up in a circle, watching each other just hammer each other down. So I think it will be fun. But other than that, I think decisions are still being made. I don't know if we have any updates from the mods, what we're going to do, but looks like
current plan is that we are just going to restart the map.
Okay, restart the map.
Yep.
Okay, so looks like we're just going to have a hard restart of the map. Same thing again. The Capitalism will be defending in double cap attack, and like I said, a restart of the map shouldn't be a big disadvantage or disadvantage for any of the team because they kind of knew what's going to go on, but it still sucks because we've seen 4 kills come out.
Well, yeah, because 4 kills had come, and double cap kind of lose the surprise factor.
Yeah, surprise factor, momentum. There's so much into it, but things like this happen. And, this is one advantage of playing in server rather than LAN. One, you have the ping situation. People have different pings, and another one is like this. Blizzard servers just shut down, but looks like they're running the exact same composition. I think they have to. I think they have to at this point run the exact same composition and see how this goes. So the surprise factor here is repeats Pharah actually, and that sucks because now the team, Capitalism knows that there will be a Pharah on the way, so Gamester will be more aware of that rather than last time. I think the Pharah was really the surprise factor, but they didn't run Pharah actually. I just remembered. Repeat debated me at the very end. And
they ran the Sem TP.
Never mind. My boomer brain just kicked in. But other than that, it should be the exact same thing. And let's see how they play it out right now. Look at Somnia's positioning. He wants to get a little scouting right here. Maybe some shots. But I don't think that's gonna really do anything. So expect to teleport to the point. They should expect the trap too right here. Yeah, they're breaking the trap early. There you go. And then this is a very interesting approach now. They're going around instead of directly on the point.
Yeah,
let's see what they do here.
Yeah, they're going to go around the side. They'll get a first tick very early. The Maywall's going to get thrown out. They're going to try to move on 4, and they do manage to take down Slick there. Gamester does manage to take out there onto Grim. Gamester's going to pick up 2 before getting taken down here. So it is an even fight. 4v4 in the point. Second tick's going to come through. However, in the turrets, Puppet did so much damage, bringing down the player so extraordinarily low. And so not really too much loss there due to the reset as Kenobi finishes it off, gets 2 kills there, and they will end up capping first point.
Yeah, and you see that was not that bad. Grim did fall early, but they just kind of kept their foot on the point, kept the point going, kind of did a soft reset until Grims came back, and then now they're on full fight. The biggest thing right now is not Novel. Navino has no mech, as I say that they get their mech back. So let's see how the ultimate goes right now, because Kenobi is the only person who has an ultimate even across anybody. So they could utilize this ultimate right here and go up top, or even just below them and throw down the window.
Yeah, Kenobi though, with an opening pick there. He's gonna throw down the Ant Matrix as well. The high dude from the ropes. This does manage to get a kill as well. So this is looking great here for the defensive side, but the kills are starting to go back the other way. The Shatter's gonna get dropped, and nobody touches. They had 3 players alive, but they're not able to touch. It's a 5-18 will be the time bank for double cap.
Ooh, that is interesting. So now, I think when it comes this is where things get a little weird, right? I could say, let's say we could, maybe build a hypothesis, right? That double caps are just really good at taking points. We could just say that, right? Because they took King's Row Super.
Picks.
Yeah, they
haven't won this map, but they won their first map pick and are looking very good here.
Exactly, and now we could say that they're just really good at control maps, like where they first took Hanamura first point, and now they're taking 2 CP like it's nothing on what do you call them? They took Kingsrow first point and now Hanamura. But the thing is, they lost control point at the very beginning when we saw in Ilios. So it's a very weird assumption to make, but so far they've been looking absolutely unstoppable. Like they just have a really, I think the biggest thing coming out from Double Cap that Capitalism are missing right now is togetherness. The synchronization between Double Cap is just so much stronger. They all seem to be in the same page, right? And on top of that, they utilized Grimm's speed boost so well. Like when Grimm speed boost, everybody's on there. Nobody's backing out. Nobody's hesitating. Everybody knows their target and they're going for it. Where on the side of Capitalism, it looks like they're not really focusing the same targets over and over. They're kind of scattered around. They're doing whatever they can. They're killing the first people. They're shooting the first person they're seeing. Not really a lot of focus. And now they're using the May wall to kind of cut line of sight and go around. They will take the high ground and go across the bridge. But if you have to be a little bit careful there. If you drop on this team, right, on this team of and Double Cap who have repeat on that Junkrat, he could easily displace. Oh no, Shinx. Wait, Shinx is alone.
I think he should be okay though. The rest of his team is coming back towards him in the pins.
No way.
Well,
No way.
They tried to kill Shinx there, who was kind of out of position, but it may just cost them the point here, as everybody else falling down, as they will manage to cap the point A extremely fast as well.
Yeah, I think it was a little bit slower than Double Cap.
It was
still,
like 10-15 seconds slower.
Yeah, but still, really good time bank from the side. Big debate plays coming out from Shinx right there. It was all planned, guys. All planned. Capitalism planned it from the very beginning. Shinx slipping off the high ground and actually causing his team to get a couple of really nice picks starting up. Now, if you're looking at ultimates, Repeat has a Riptide ready. If Repeat could pick out Kenobi or Grim, If Repeat could pick out Somnia and Slick right here, they could easily take this fight. Nice boop, too.
Yeah, the tire, though, is going to come out from Repeat. It does allow him to get an opening kill there. And Kenobi's going to find one as well. The Immortality Field, is going to manage to get taken down. Kate removed from the fray. And this is looking great here from the defensive side. Just a very easy fight win there.
Yeah, the squad for Double Cap really do not like Shinx Mei. I don't know if you saw that. Both Repeat and Grim right there were just literally chasing down Shin, who was not even with their team. They were like really far away. So interesting, but now the ultimates from the side of both teams are actually quite populated. We have a Archer coming out from Tyler. If Tyler could land this, just walk past Grasshopper and like land this ultimate right here, this will be huge.
Yeah, the Flux though is going to be decent. The high needs from both sides. The Immortality Field managed to keep Matson alive, which allows him to take down Gamester, and the defense with those two, it's going to be more than enough.
Yeah, that was a quite a hefty investment too from the side of Capitalism right there. They used their flux, and they used their their McCree ultimate. So interesting. Now I understand what was going on right there, but what they could have done, right? They could have went underneath in main, right? Get to the point and try to poke out this team who's just sitting on top of the point. You poke them out until you see a Immortality Field come out from Kenobi. Once you see the Immortality Field come on, that's where you need to flux, or at least use these ultimates that they were trying to use. Oh, this might be bad.
Yeah, Navina with the bomb. Opening pick. The Blizzard's there, and it's going to freeze a fair amount of people. Tyler's going to get sectioned off and taken down, but Grasshopper removed from the fight. And those 2 kills, while there are a couple more kills going the way of the attacking side, 2 kills is more than enough if you're on the defense. You basically need a flawless fight win if you want to be able to cap.
Yeah, and they're just wasting more and more time as they only have 3 minutes left and they will not be taking this point at all. So I think at this point, Capitalism are really just banging their heads against a wall that's not going to break anytime soon. You genuinely don't want to take the fight. upstairs against this team of Double Cap. Not only because they're really good at holding the position, they have a Reinhardt who could block a lot of damage. You have Navino who could easily eat a lot of damage. But the biggest part is actually Repeat. Don't want to go up the stair because Repeat could just rain down bomb from literally the other side of the map and just cause havoc. So I think their best bet is going down on the point itself, poking as much as possible and baiting out people. And look at that. That's a huge early pick.
Word. Taking
What
out the
happened
fight immediately. And this is looking great here. The tire's going to come out from Repeat to try to turn this for his team, but it's going to get actually moved. The Soundbear is going to come out as Grim has returned to the fight, but it allowed Kappatilism to get so much space to shatter those good. And all of a sudden, Kappatilism is falling. Double Cap taking them out, removing them, and this is great here. Just under 2 minutes left for them to fully cap.
Kappatilism literally lost that fight out of sheer overconfidence. They saw the pick come out, they hit a very good flux, but Kate went out of position. Kate literally went in melee range of the entire team who got fluxed. You don't want to go. If you're a Sigma, you don't want to go anywhere close to a Reinhardt. He will beat you. I promise you that. And that's what really happened. Kate landed a good flux, and they got super overconfident and just fell to their death. And right now, this bomb could be huge.
Yeah, the bomb is decent and allows you to get an opening pick. And this has just happened so many times. There's just been one pick, and that's just been enough.
And just like this, they're burning time. A lot of time, actually. I think they're being a bit hasty. A lot of this is, if you're playing the main thing that people need to understand when they're playing this double shield, right? You're not trying to pick fights. Your main goal is to poke. You want to poke, build your ultimates, and poke. And the main thing is you want to get the opposing Baptiste immortality field out. You want to bait it out and then take a fight from there. But now it's just like, what do? This team of Double Cap has so many ultimates to their hand, and Matson almost falling, but gets healed up.
Yeah, he does not end up falling there. As the high noon's going to come out from Matson, the Strain sending the search to keep everybody up. There's a giant Symmetra wall in Matson's way, though. Repeat's going to get taken on the fight there by Gamesta. And there's looking great. Gamesta's going to pick up 3 kills there. The Symmetra getting so many kills, finding so much value here. They need to try to cap with time, though. If they don't, they will not get another chance to attack.
8,
it's so close.
6, 5. Oh,
There's going to be a tag here.
No.
Pit actually has 2 kills. They may not even be able to fully cap the shatters good as well. This is really anybody's fight here, but it's looking great for the defense. And I think they may just be able to hold somehow. There's only 2 players left at the point. The respawns are going to come in first for the defenders. The tire's going to come out. I don't know what they're going to be able to do there. Slick's trying to find anything. The Riptire's looking to take him down. It does. It's just the Echo at the point. Can he do this for his team? I don't know what's happening. Gamesters returning to the point here on the Tracer. Wreckable's returning as well, but it's a 4. Make that 5 players coming back for the defense as well. There's 4. That's a 4v5 on the point. We're basically seeing a full another team fight there, and it's going the way of the defense. It's going the way of mob mentality there. The sound barrier's in as well, try to keep everybody else up. There's only 3. Make that 4 now players alive. The Demon Bomb's going to get thrown in by Navino. It's not going to result in any kills, though. The pit's going to come through, but it doesn't get anything, and it just costs him his life. And I think they may actually do this and just send us to a map 5 here. Somehow they managed to hold that, and somehow Double Cap take map 4, and we're going to a map 5.
I have a lot of questions coming into this. What happened there? First of all, Shinx, what happened there? We've seen a clear duplicate come out from Shinx, right? They duplicated to D.Va. They took Navino out the map and just hit a single shot on the baby D.Va. Well, what happened there? Baby Navino was able to buy so much time for his entire team. Just literally by standing straight from left to right, and Shinx was not able to hit a single shot with a duplicated D.Va. So it's a very big question mark if you are Shinx right now. Also, if you're Navino and Double Clap, you're super happy because somehow this worked out. But that should have been a point take for the side of Capitalism, and now we are going to map 5, ladies and gentlemen, and you already know it's none other than Busan. And if so far, Joe, right? So far, we're sticking to the hypothesis that I talked about at the very beginning. Teams are winning their map pick, and if that's the case, right? If that's true, next map should be won by Capitalism. Not because Busan is their map pick, just because the sheer fact that they won the first map, which was Ilios, and which is a control point. So if Capitalism were able to win Ilios, a control map, they should be able to win this too. Busan coming in, but if we're looking at how they're performing right now, Double Cap seem to be ramping up little by little, while Capitalism are just making more and more these silly granular mistakes. And you're at semifinals right now. You cannot afford to make these mistakes. These are mistakes you make before playoffs, before, when you're at maybe group stage and just getting to know your team and stuff like that. Even for intermediate, if you are at a level of semifinals right now, you just can't afford to make mistakes like that. And this is what really happening. Capitalism, this is your last chance. Busan, they won control point Ilios first, and now they have another chance, another shot at winning this. Busan should be their map if they play it properly, if they perform like they did at the very beginning of this stage. And if they do so, if they do beat Double Cap right there, this will be a huge upset. And they just have to think ahead how they could polish themselves up as a team for bomb mentality. That is a huge, a big boss at this point in this league. And Joe, I know I'm rambling around, but I think we need to update our viewers on what's going on at the other game right now, because it's been a while. I'm pretty sure something came out of that.
Yeah, that game over there, Mob Mentality Guangzhou, has just ended.
Ooh.
Mob Mentality did manage to take it 3-1. So I'm pretty sure it's the same result as the last time they played. And I'm also pretty sure Guangzhou won the same exact map of Rialto. So, yeah, but Mob Mentality have secured their spot in the grand final. So whoever is able to take our tiebreaker map here of Busan will play off against Mob Mentality.
Yeah, and if you're Double Cap or Capitalism, both, that's a scary team to take against in finals, and that's why they're finals. And if you're looking at a underdog run here, Capitalism are definitely up for it. And as I was saying, even if Capitalism win this, they need to fix a lot of things that are going on between their team to even compete against the level of sheer competition that Mob Mentality will put up in the finals. But other than that, it's anybody's map at this point. Statistically speaking, Busan should be Capitalism's map. But I don't know. Double Cap has been aggressive, just so aggressive on both Hanamura and King's Row. At this point, anything could be possible. I like the play. I liked how Tyler plays. Their Reinhardt going in sync with Grim right here. Like, I think Tyler and Grim, the entire team itself has a very good understanding of how to utilize the speed boost and how to just take fights aggressively. Navino clutching that point of Hanamura last point. Hanamura was really good. We did see some, rumors in the chat that you guys can't see that Shink spilled spaghetti on his keyboard. I hope that's true.
You hope that's true?
I really hope that's true, because, and I hope the observer was not on Shink's point of view when that was happening. I really hope the observer was on Repeat's tire while that was going down, because I don't know what happened there. They had the mini diva for Navino literally 2 feet away from their duplicated diva, and Shinx was not killing them in time. So let's hope the spaghetti really did spill on their keyboard, rip to their keyboard, if that's the case. And let's see what they bring to the table on Busan, because Capitalism, I don't know, man. This is going to be a really, really interesting fight to watch, because if you're like, you've seen Double Cap being this aggressive, and their Double Cap are getting away with it, so they're going to be this aggressive again on Busan, because they're saying it's working. Capitalism, you just gotta be either more aggressive than Double Cap or play a better reactive game.
Yeah. Capitalism need to pull some magic out if they want to manage to take our final map here. So This is gonna be great here. I'm feeling a good map 5.
I think so. I think it's gonna go to the very very end. Look, I'm calling it. First point will be train station. Second point will be shrine. Third point we're gonna get mecha base, and that will be the third point. I'm telling you. Let's call it. Clip that, chat. I'm telling you that's gonna be the map number. I just know it. Hopefully the server doesn't crash again though. That would suck. That would suck.
Oh, that would definitely
Oh,
suck.
moment up. Train station, give us train station. Yes, there you go. We got it. Told you. I just know it, man. But yeah, the fun aside though.
You're just that smart.
I'm just that smart. Like Giga brain. Like my brain, like you don't understand. The wavelengths from my my nerves in my brain extend beyond this universe. Let me stop. But other than that, again, let's look at the team composition right here. Tyler, they're sticking to this. Again, they want to be aggressive. Now, I don't really know about this pick right here. So you have Matson, right, on this Sombra, but you want to teleport to the point and get your presence on point. You usually want to have a McCree at that position because guess what? McCree could easily deal with people in range and stun them if they get close. Against a squad like what Kappatilism is running, Shinx will get a lot of value, or should get a lot of value off of this pharmacy right here, because they just have nothing to really counter it. And now look at this, they don't even have a Symmetra. So if they don't play their covers right, Shinx will get so much ultimate charge by spamming into them.
Yeah, Shinx could be the determining factor here. This is a very awkward spot, actually kind of close to, I believe that is Kappatilism spawn, as this fight is just done. 3 kills immediately. As they will just move on to the point and manage to cap their Shinx with a bit of a parting gift, but
still should be the point, the cap for double cap coming here. Very interesting. We know double cap like to be aggressive, but that was very aggressive. Like extremely aggressive. And Kappatilism just don't know how to punish them because they don't have that much of a choice. Grasshopper running this, this hog is very weird.
Shinx! He has the barrage, and it's actually great. It picks up a kill, a DMAC, and he allows him to grab a second kill there as well. Gamester with the pulse bomb managed to take down the Reaper, take him out of the fight there, and this is looking great. Shinx absolutely popping off, getting all the value you possibly can out of afar, and they will manage to flip back over.
Yeah, and if you are double cap right there, I think after the use of EMP, you want to swap. Matson should swap off and go to this McCree right here, because it looks like Repeat is not really comfortable on the hit scan. So Matson, after this EMP, should land a big one. Tyler should, if anything, be able to hit that. Tyler will hit his oh no, this is bad.
Wait, he got canceled out of the EMP? Matson got canceled out of the EMP, so he's not able to use it there, but Grasshopper's going to be the first one to get taken down. So the Hog taken out of the fight there, which is the Hog is very crucial to this comp working properly. Matson gets traded out eventually, though. The D bomb is going to get thrown on up. It's going to manage to want to bring Shinx very low as well. As they will manage to flip back over. The EMP got canceled out, but it doesn't end up mattering in the end.
Yeah, it looks like Matson will be staying on to this composition. They want to get the hacks on. So it's like the hawk beat composition works, but not in this case, because who are going to hook? If you hook Tyler, their entire team will follow up. If you hook, let's hope you could hook any of the support players from the side of double cap, because if not, you're not going to see Matson and Repeat. If you hook Repeat, they'll just phase out of it. So I don't see Grasshopper getting a lot of value off of this hook pick the hawk pick right here, other than maybe getting 1 or 2. And just as I'm talking, GameStar gets annihilated. I don't even think that ultimately
take it out immediately and allows Repeat to try to go big with the Blossom, but he actually will get taken down there. Going for the plant ends up costing him his life, and it looks like Kappatilism want to go kind of aggressive there, as they will be forced back towards the Mega, so Kappatilism can kind of move towards the point. They may just be able to flip for free. Avino
has ultimate.
Yeah, Navino will manage to tag though. Shinx, like you said, does have his ultimate. Rocket Barrage But they're looking to deny that. They're nearing overtime now. The Flux doesn't get anything. Kane gets taken down before he can actually use the Flux. The barrage from Shinx needs to come up big. Tyler gets taken down, but the barrage doesn't find anything there. The Pulse Bomb's good, though. Manages to find Repeat. The EMP, though, allows him to take down Grasshopper. Ratson's going to end up finding 2 kills there. This Res is going to come on through. Shinx is going to get taken down. The Sound Barrier is going to be there. I don't know who's going to win this, but it's looking great here for the side of Double Cap. The Shatter's going to get dropped from Tyler. This is still anybody's fight here. A 3v5 on the point here. This is looking great though now for Double Cap. There's only one player left, and he's going to get taken down. And first point train station's going to go the way of Double Cap.
Yeah, at this point right here, it was kind of a very compositional mistake from the side of Kappatilism. They were just so stubborn, right? On that. Oh no! Wow. I'm so sorry to cut myself off, but I'm just sad that it wasn't trying. But other than that, like I was saying, it's just so sad because Kappatilism literally lost that because of how stubborn they were in that composition, right? On the other hand, Double Cap realized that hey, they're running a hog fit. They literally have a very limited amount of shield, and I could just go Reaper, walk up, do a lot of damage, and get out safely. Because other than that, the Hog can't really do much, and Hog is literally just a battery charging mechanism at that point. So I think once you saw the Reaper come out from the side of Double Cap, Kappatilism should not have stuck to that Hog feed composition. Maybe want to go over to Ryan, but look at this. The fight is already breaking out, and we're seeing a lot of abilities being used.
Yeah, and the abilities looking good here for the side of Kappatilism. They do manage to get 2 kills very early. Grasshopper gets taken down there, gets traded out. So it is a 5v4 in favor of Kappatilism. Make that a 5v3. Many players taken on out, though, move forward on the point and manage to cap up here. So they will get the opening cap here on Mecha Base.
Well, at least they did not make the same mistake coming into this new map. Oh, that was a very delayed kill on Navino. But they didn't make the same mistake. They realized that they can't really play this hawk feed composition and went over to this composition, which is more effective. Oh, they need to kill. Oh, they did not kill Grim at the same time, and now they just get free pick.
Yeah, they're just going to move on forward very fast. They're trying to burst forward on the point, try to get any kills they possibly can. We've seen them go aggressive with this Burrow many times in the past, but the Flux looking to interrupt. It's going to find 3 people, slam them down. No more Mortality Field because they are not running that Baptiste. The Blitz is going to get thrown in right before Shinx gets taken down there. Kate managed to get 1. The High Noon on the high ground, though. It's going to get 2. Kate, though, is still alive. He has run 3 kills in this fight. He's trying to do his first team, but he gets taken down. It's only the Lucio, and the 3 kills weren't enough, and it looks like they will manage to flip back over.
Yeah, 42% to 2% is not bad at all, actually. You've staggered the point out quite a while. Now it's all about who lands the better shatter. Yeah, if Tyler lands the better shatter, his entire team will build up a lot of ultimates. If Grasshopper lands it, then their team builds more ultimates.
Yeah, the shatter from Tyler gets nobody, and it costs him his life there in the end, and Repeat's in a very awkward position. We'll have the Ice Block to stay alive for now, so the Ant Matrix is falling as well. But there's really nobody really alive here. Kate does end up getting taken down. Matzik fights 1 as well. Grim?
No.
Why did he use the sound barrier?
I don't know why.
Even if he got his sound barrier off, it's still kind of a waste there.
I guess maybe they wanted to keep stretching the point for more.
I don't think they could see chat, but the coach from Kappa just said Grim question mark.
That was definitely a really weird play right there. Grim should not have used the ultimate, but it doesn't matter. Repeat gets a basically firing back with taking the enemy team's Lucio.
Yeah, and the Shinx gets taken down there from Matson as well. The hiding from Gamester doesn't result in anything. And so, yeah, the point will just get flipped back over here. Building up to 69%. Nice for Kappa.
Yeah, that was very weird. We saw Grim waste their ultimate, and then Somnia just gets caught out, losing early. So there was literally no Lucio value in the entire time while that fight was going on. Now the percentages are getting close, and if you're looking at ultimate size, both tanks have their ultimates online. So let's see if Kate could land this really big Flux, because guess what? His opponent team does not have any Immortality Field.
Yeah, the Flux is good. It's going to hit 3 players, but the Demon Bomb's there. Does it actually result in any kills? The Blizzard's there as well. The Shatter finds absolutely nobody. Coalescence in the back, rolling on through, trying to find anything it possibly can. It allows him to take down Grasshopper. No main take now for the side of Capitalism. And now this is looking, double cap here. And this may just be it here. 83% on the point. This will be very awkward if anybody manages to get back to the point.
Yeah, the Lucia is not there, so Grasshopper has to touch right here and get something going. But Tyler has a shatter ready. So if anybody tries anything funny,
nobody can touch.
Oh.
Yeah, Grasshopper gets booped on away. No.
Oh no! Double cap living up to their name, capping 2 points back to back in a control map. Just like that, Mustang just takes away the play of the game. I believe. Look at that. This is just, yeah, this is what I was talking about, right? You run Hawk Feet right here, and you go in a very broadly composition. If you're running Hawk Feet, right? If you're running Hawk Sigma, you should not be brawling in the first place against a player like Tyler, who they're going to run that Reinhardt, and just like that, they fall. Literally, this first point was just given free to Double Cap, and Double Cap take the win. And as we were talking about, ladies and gentlemen, this is the semifinal, so that means Capitalism are out of their game. Double Cap taking a very hard-fought victory right here, all the way to map 5 and winning it.
Oh my gosh! In the most dramatic way possible.
that was so dramatic. Kenobi getting the boop. That boop also looked so. That boop from Kenobi was so risky, though.
Grim got the boop.
Oh,
Kenobi was on Moira.
Oh yeah. So Grim got the boop, right? The boop from Grim was so risky though, because he was so close to getting caught by the ping, to the point where they booped him and then they got sent back all the way. But the wall was really what made the game. It was just like, that's crazy. But other than that, who do we want to bring here for a interview? Because I saw Roxcraft say from the bench that he wants to get interviewed. So I'm sorry, Roxcraft, that's just not going to happen, brother. I'm sorry, that's just not happening. Sure. But we have some couple of good choice, and I think if I'm being honest, we have actually went through repeat before, but I think the person we could really bring here is I'm saying Kenobi. What do you say? Because
we could bring in Kenobi, Flex support.
Flex support. They did a very good job, especially when they need to step up. There were times where they really stepped up. Other than that, Kenobi or even Tyler. I'm still stuck. I'm still stuck between those two.
Yeah, Kenobi played really well the entire series. So if he's up for it, and get him in here for an interview.
I definitely want to hear this
series.
That was a very weird series. So, interestingly enough, I want to hear a different perspective. We always bring in people like who are DPS players or tank players, but I think it's time we show some love to our support players, because they do keep all the tanks alive. And Tyler was super aggressive. So I think getting Kenobi or Grims here, I want to hear how they set up all the aggressive plays right there. And speaking of Kenobi, welcome again, Kenobi.
Hello.
To the interview. Is this your first time?
I think this is my first interview, yeah.
Oh, there you go. Congrats on losing your B card on the interview stage. But other than that, congrats to you and your team winning. It looked like really neck to neck. Like, it was so close, but the times you guys won were super aggressive. Like, you guys won by dominance. So I want to hear from the support perspective, right? No, it's all good. I want to hear, like, Tyler obviously loves playing Reinhardt super aggressive. He wants to get in there swinging. But how were you guys really as a team kind of adapting to it? Like, what was the game plan? Because I saw you and Grims just being on par and at the same page with Tyler to actually make the aggressive plays work.
Yeah, so a lot of it was we had to decide whether we wanted to play fast or slow. And whenever we played slow, we didn't get rolled, but whenever we played fast, it always worked. So when we played like the Lucio and the Mora or the Lucio Bap, we tended to do a lot better than if we were on the double shield using the Brig or the Zen or any comp like that. So it was just about having the Lucio, and then I think by the end we realized that the Mora just got more value than the Bap after the recent nerf. So just sticking to the stuff that we knew we could do good on. And once we realized that one tricking brawl was the move, then we trick brawl.
Yeah, definitely. Capitalism didn't look like they had a really answer against your brawl with Tyler. So I have one more question before I pass it over to Joe, and I want to hear what happened in Rialto, because it looked like your opposing Zen was getting so much value, like they were just kicking butt, and then you out of nowhere swapped to Zen and started getting heads too. So like, what was that? Was that out of frustration? You're just like, you know what, man, I'm tired of this Zen. Let me just swap to, or it was just the team's call
I think
to go for Zen
internally
for
it was
more
frustration.
damage. It was frustration.
Sorry, I keep cutting you off. My bad.
No, it's okay.
Internally, it was a little bit of frustration, but
Mhm.
I just suggested maybe we mirror the Zen, and it worked out at least for the first 2 points, and then I think we just got sort of boomed at that point. But it was I think that was just having the long range damage versus like having a brig instead of the Zen. So like we're forced to brawl. If we get spammed down, then we just lose. So I think we just got a lot more value out of the Zen. And I just want to mention, like at the end of that map, I was at 99% to my trans to try to contest, and I
saw
died
that.
at
I saw that.
99%.
Yeah.
Little bit of an L, but yeah.
Yeah. Speaking of L's, you guys avoided one today with this one. So after this, you guys will be heading to the grand finals to play Mob Mentality. How confident are you that you can put up a fight and possibly even take that series?
I think we're pretty confident because, the cycle of League Zero has to complete itself, right? Every team beats every other team, but it's like a circle. So
The circle of suck.
something like that. I think the circle works out where we win. I think that's what the script says.
Ooh.
Okay. That's a
That's a controversial script right there.
Yeah, but of one final question. So the meta recently has been kind of all over the place, with a lot of different comps running a lot of different maps. Do you think there's like one really solid meta, or do you think it's a bit more map dependent?
I think right now it's very map dependent, but I also think it's more so team dependent. So if you have like a team that's really good on long range characters like Widow, Ashe, Kree, and all that, then you're going to do better on Double Shield. And vice versa if you're better at closer range characters like Reaper, Sombra. So I think it's very team dependent, but I do also think that depending on the map, it could change. But I think any meta can, not any meta, but the two popular metas, Brawl and Double Shield right now, can probably be forced almost anywhere, except for some niche cases.
All right. Well, that's it for me. Sai doesn't have anything else.
I think I have one
go.
last. I think I have one last question before I close it off. Actually, Kenobi, tell me, what was your team's reaction when somehow Navino was able to stay alive against Shinx duplicate right there? Like, what was happening? Like when Shinx just like whipped every shot, and he literally bought the entire team time
Honestly,
to go into the point.
I don't remember that happening.
At the end of Hanamura.
It was end of Hanamura. Like
End of
literally,
Hanamura.
they were about to cap the point, and
And
Yeah.
Navino
see that
stalled
happen.
for like Navino stalled for like 15 seconds on Baby
like
Diva.
on Baby Diva, and literally Shinx was 2 feet away on a duplicated Diva, and they just couldn't hit anything. But other than that, thank you again, for joining us here in the interview, and also congrats to Double Cap again for taking the win. It's a very good win again.
Thank you very much.
It's a big game coming up for you guys next week against Mob Mentality. So that's another top team. So I hope you guys get to practice a lot, take some time off, of course, get some rest, and we're ready to see you guys back next week to see what you guys offer us in the finals. Other than that, thank you so much again for everybody who is watching us. If you have missed a game or you're watching another game, you could always check out the League Zero YouTube channel. Go through their channel. We always upload every game, even the games that do not get streams are up there. So you could go through all the games and see the VODs and all that stuff. We even have a highlight system if you don't have the time for it. But if you missed stuff, and if you're looking out for me, my name is Sai, and my co-caster Joe Razor. You could find Joe Razor on his twitch.tv Joe Razor, and you could find me on Twitter on Sai Esports. So thanks again for joining, everybody, and with that, I'll be closing the night. Have a good weekend coming up.
Double clap that double.